Welcome, I'm your TOEFL instructor. Today we're diving into the read an email task. This part of the exam tests your ability to navigate professional correspondence and pinpoint specific details efficiently. We will look at how to identify the main purpose and extract specific requirements from a workplace announcement. Let's get started. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe to my TOEFL for more expert strategies to boost your score. Let's keep working toward your goals together. Staff announcements, Brightview Solutions, com. The recipient address staff announcements are Brightview Solutions, com indicates that this is a broad communication intended for every employee at the company. J. Brooks Brightview Solutions, com. The sender's email J. Brooks R. Brightview Solutions, com suggests this is an internal message, likely coming from a management or HR perspective within the same organization. 12 Pay 17/10/2020. The date 12/15/2024 is a vital detail as it establishes the timeline for when the program was announced relative to its start date. New Employee Referral Program. Subject New Employee Referral Program immediately signals the main topic. It tells the reader that the company is introducing a specific initiative involving staff recommendations. Dear employees. The greeting Dear Employees is formal and inclusive, confirming that the information applies to the entire workforce. We are pleased to announce the launch of our new employee referral program, which officially begins on January 1st. This opening sentence clearly states the purpose of the email. The phrase officially begins tells us exactly when the new policy will take effect. Our goal is to find talented individuals through our most trusted source, you. Abuse nationist Porseg Sin. The author uses the phrase most trusted source to build rapport with the staff, explaining why their input is specifically valued for recruitment. If you recommend a candidate who is successfully hired for a full-time position, you will be eligible for a $500 referral bonus. This sentence shifts to the specific benefits for the employee. The mention of a referral bonus is the primary incentive being introduced in this paragraph. This bonus is paid after the new employee completes their first 3 months with the company. Here, the company clarifies the timing of the reward. It is paid after a 3-month period, which is a common condition in corporate bonus structures. To participate, you must submit your referrals resume through the internal R portal before the candidate applies directly. As we move into the third paragraph, the focus turns to the required steps. Using the internal HR portal is a mandatory part of the application process. Please note that referrals for former employees or temporary contractors are not eligible for this incentive. This final sentence defines the limitations of the program. By stating that certain referrals are not eligible, the company sets clear boundaries for the staff. Best regards. A standard professional closing that maintains the respectful tone of the email. Jennifer Brooks. Jennifer Brooks is the individual representing the company's administration, likely the person employees should contact with questions. What is the main purpose of the email? This question asks for the main purpose, which means we need to find the overall reason Jennifer sent this announcement. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. To advertise a specific job opening in the HR department. While the text mentions the R department, it does not say they are hiring for a job in that specific department, so we can eliminate this. Now, let's examine option B. To announce a change in the company's internal portal. The internal portal is only mentioned as the tool for submission, not as something that is being changed or updated. Here's option C. Let's break it down. To schedule interviews for external candidates. The email is about referrals, not about schedule interviews for candidates who have already been found. Now, let's check option D. To explain a new reward system for hiring new staff. This option accurately reflects the text's goal of introducing a reward system via the 500 referral bonus mentioned in paragraph 2. The correct answer to this question is option D, since the email's primary goal is to detail the new incentive for employees who help hire staff. When is the referral bonus actually issued to the employee? The question uses the phrase actually issued to ask about the specific timing of the payment. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. Immediately after the candidate submits a resume. For Ineti Porch sign, this is too early. The bonus is not given when someone submits a resume, but only after a successful hire stays with the company. Now, let's examine option B. Once the candidate is hired for a full-time role. While being hired is a requirement, the payment doesn't happen immediately upon hiring. There's a further waiting period. Here's option C. Let's break it down. When the program officially begins on January 1st. This is simply the date the program officially begins, not the date an individual bonus is paid out. Now, let's check option D. After the new staff member has worked for 90 days. This matches the text perfectly because 90 days is the equivalent of the 3 months mentioned in the second paragraph. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, because the text specifies the bonus is only paid after the new hire finishes their first quarter of work. What can be inferred about the program's requirements? The word inferred means we must find a conclusion that is logically true based on the rules provided in the text. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. The timing of the resume submission is important for eligibility. This is a valid inference because the text requires the employee to submit the resume before the candidate applies on their own. Now, let's examine option B. Employees can earn a bonus for referring temporary contractors. This contradicts the passage, which explicitly states that temporary contractors are not eligible for the bonus. Here's option C. Let's break it down. The company prefers hiring former employees over new ones. The text actually excludes former employees from the program, suggesting the company is looking for entirely new talent. Now, let's check option D. Direct applications are not allowed under this new program. The email mentions candidates applying directly, which implies it is allowed. It just means the referring employee won't get the bonus if it happens first. The correct answer to this question is option A, since the rule about submitting the resume first makes the timing of the employee's action essential. To succeed in the read an email task, always prioritize the subject line and the first paragraph for the main idea. Pay close attention to specific conditions such as dates, amounts, and eligibility requirements. Scanning for keywords like before or after will help you answer detail-oriented questions accurately.